this was done in school. My earlier work was really about just the people of the city. You know, not the affluent people, but just about people in general. And then when I started to go with the gallery, they discouraged going with the gallery discouraged where I was going with my art. They wanted more abstract stuff because they want stuff that's going to sell. This stuff is not going to sell. So I was on the brink of doing a lot of social type messaging, and then that was put on. That came to an abrupt stop when I went to the gallery. The gallery work became much more abstract, but that was what was selling back then. You know, it is business. You do have to. And I lost that thread of doing you know, this was this was a picture of, and I actually won a big award on this series. And I don't really like to talk about that kind of stuff, but I mean, this is real early work, real early. You know, but there was a piece that came from this series right here, and I do not know where it is, but it will show you where I started to. No, not that one. So I do a lot of illustration too. So this is, I mean, I donate my art to, I mean, that's like a logo that I did for a brain something or other, I can't remember. And then I did the next years, they sell these and they make money off of that. Oh, rat. Well, I'm not going to be able to find that. But anyway, I took this, okay, we had a theme in school. And I went to art school when my youngest was 1. Okay, I went back to art school for about 5 years. And the theme was nighttime. And it was the strangest thing because I had just been down to the river and had seen this guy fishing. And he was just, and I have all the pictures early, he was just fishing and he had this top hat on. And about 2 weeks later, I was getting ready to start on this nighttime thing, and my husband looks in the paper and there's this article. I actually had the article somewhere. There's this article, and it's the same guy. And it was nighttime. It was this photograph. And so so the theme was to go from very realistic and then keep pushing it until you got to where you wanted to be as, you know, your own style. Well, it ultimately ended up, I love the grid, and so I took this, and I wish I had that picture to show you because that's kind of where I really started working with the grid. I gridded the paper, and then I dropped every other line so that it was a grid, but it was all over the place, and so I actually, it's in here somewhere, and I really want to find it because this is an invitation. I do a lot of invitations. I do a lot of. See, I'll tell y'all, I was all over the map. You know, these were huge 16-foot flats that I used for a lot. You see, I love the city. That's a made-up city. And then this is I'm gonna find that piece as I'm digging through here. This is our city of all the bars that the kids go to at night, and I collaged them all together and we came up with this which became a 50-foot mural. And anyway, this was the guy. I did a little monotype on a handful of monotype, and anyway, I'm not going to do it. My point telling y'all this is when I went to when I started with the gallery about 15 years ago, they really discouraged realistic work because that's not what was selling back then. Now, all of a sudden, realism, photorealism is real big, but I am not a photorealist, nor do I ever want to be that. And that's not my style. I really like doing more like this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then when I do, like last year I did more illustration work than I did work for the gallery. So this year I've got to turn that around. These are little pieces that you see the houses?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was doing when I was doing that.
But it's all there, you know, it's interesting. See the transformation.
Yeah. And this is a stamp. This is, I don't know what I did. I'm glad I found that. Okay. Anyway, I wish I could find that other piece because that's where the realism started coming out and the more abstract messaging came in. Oh, there it is. Okay, there it is. You see, so I took and then I took one of these little squares and I blew it up huge, and I won this huge award on that, doing that for the whole series. This is a little book. How has my work changed? That's how it's changed. This is the little book I did about rebuilding. Anyway. Oh, there's the book. Okay, I am so glad y'all came. My daughter, I am so glad you came. We looked all through this studio the other day. My daughter is getting her teacher's certification right now, and last year had to do a book in children's literature. But of course, she came to me Sunday before it was due on Monday. Y'all don't ever do that to your mother. And so she wrote a poem about how to teach, and this is really cute. I would love it, and I love the poem more than anything. It's called Blossom, and anyway, it's about the transformation of a teacher, and which is not the child but the teacher. Okay, so here's a teacher who's very strict. Okay, let's see, what's it say? Oh, there once was, I used the wrong clue. There once was a child who asked a question. You see the classroom's real traditional, and that puzzled his teacher, who gave up her lesson. I love this. She did a good job. From corner to corner, the classroom was buzzing. You see, this child starts to see, use what's out there, literally out there. He is seeing it, where the teacher's kind of stumped. Anyway, the classroom transforms and the teacher gets an idea, and the whole time her hair is starting to come down. Okay, anyway, it's a cute little, I love her poem. The blink of an eye, with the flip of a switch, the room was transformed, their minds were transfixed. Desks started moving, their teacher sat down, away went the podium, away went her crown. And they sat there together and talked as kids do, discussing and chatting until it rang true. The answer to the tough question was not hard to find. It just took patience, a kind heart, and an open mind. It's simple, you see. Forget all the pressures, the rules, and the crown. Your burden is lifted when you let it all down. Be prepared and be guiding, understanding and inspiring. Because when children ask questions, their answers change you. That didn't wrong. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So anyway, that was the book. That was what she did, and I cut up some books to get.
That's awesome.
But so it's kind of it was quickly done, as you can see. But I mean, you could probably publish it.
Yeah, I mean, on some version of it.
I love what she was looking for it the other day, because her mentor is leaving, and she wanted to give it to her. But I'm actually kind of glad I couldn't find it, because I don't want her to give this away. But she could go have it copied or something like that. And you see, number 1 rule: be archival. And I don't know what I used, but it was not archival glue. Oh well, who cares? See, anyway,